So when people go through pain, the devil uses that pain to lure them into his own world. It gives them a form of escape that will become a slave master. A form of escape. Number 3, addictions are formed sometimes through curiosity. Curiosity. I want to know what this feels like. Those who are addicted to alcohol were not born like that. It started from sending them to return bottles and then drinking what is left. That was how I had my first taste of Gouda. It was one Egmadugo that said, return the bottle. I said, these thing people are drinking, let me check. I drank, I said, it is bitter. Say, no, maybe it's not bitter. Let me go to one cup. Maybe it's this one that is bitter. That's how you will go. The bitter thing will now become sweet. I know we have defense that the Bible didn't actually say that you should not drink alcohol. Today is not the day. I'm going to come to that subject. Okay? In fact, I'm not going to tell you whether it's good or bad. I'll just show you the effect across scriptures. If you like it, copy and paste. Just very simple. Okay? People form addiction through curiosity. At some point, you wanted to know what it feels like to talk to a girl. Then you want to know what it feels like to touch a girl. Okay? One time I wanted to know what it feels like to kiss a girl. So there's one girl in church, always talking, always going home. I've seen things in this life. So I would stand in front of the mirror and practice. Okay. So after we have talked, we talk. Instead of me to go to my house, I will trek. Like you are trekking from here to central area. You trek and just be gisting. Yeah, gist. So I practice how I would do it. I will hold her hands. I would look at her and kiss the girl. So that was exactly what I did. We just left church. I've not gotten home. I have done it. Then, I was so happy that, see, this was it feels like, okay. Then, of course, you now enter into buyer's remorse. That is not really just there. As I left the girl, she said, bye-bye. I say you too, bye-bye. See you some other time. She will like it. I now discovered that the car that was parked in front is my dad's car. The moment we were done eating, he just moved and left and went home. Hey. So I got home and I saw him sitting down watching news. He said, Femi, how's church? I just said in my mind, see, if you will rebuke me, do it. Don't stress me. So I said, church was fine. I said, hey. Yes. So it was really fine. I said, yes. Said, wow. Oh, you came late. Say, actually, okay. Go inside now. Till today, we have not talked about it. We have not talked about the matter. Curiosity. And people go on a journey where there's no return. Curiosity. Number 4, addiction can be the resultant effect of some trauma or abuse. Addiction can be a resultant effect of trauma or abuse. So I'm going to show you there are 2 ways people respond to trauma when it comes to, in respect to abuse. There are 2 ways people respond to trauma in respect to abuse. Are you with me? Are you with me? Number 1, they begin to use the same thing that the abuser have done or something similar to ease their pain. The same thing or something similar to ease their pain. Maybe somebody took advantage of someone sexually, and the person begins to use something similar to that to ease the pain. Number 2, some can't just help but going back to what was done to them. While it was psychologically hurting, it seemed like they enjoyed the experience. So they keep going back. Let me say this to you. In this regard, please get me right. You can be addicted to abuse You can be addicted to being cut down to sizes because you just feel you don't deserve better. Yes, you can be. And then somebody can, maybe a woman raped a boy and then he didn't like it. But later he finds out that he didn't like it because of the woman, but he likes the experience. Then he begins that same experience with other people. All right? And then he can't stop. Most people who are doing things that they can't stop, somebody introduced them to it. And most times they are trusted people. They are trusted people. People that the family believe can't hurt a fly. And that's the problem in African home. We raise children for other people. We use our children to prove to others the kind of parents that we are. We don't raise those children for their future. That is, they know that if they do something, they will get a different kind of beating if it is done before guests. Not because you are trying to discipline the child, because you are trying to prove to the guests, this is not the way we raise our children. So what you do is that you build something in them called toxic admiration. They begin to see guests as better than them. Because even the best plates in the house are used for guests. So if you have a guest that now begin to touch that child, because you have built a culture of toxic admiration, the child can't talk. They see guests as special angels. It's a bad way to raise children. I'm going to touch parenting a bit here. Unfortunately, so this is Christmas period and many children will be abused again. And the parents keep taking them back to the same family house where they are abusing them. Because they trust the uncle over their own children. Some have not even built the system of knowing when your daughter is saying no. Are you aware that it is important to train your children to learn to say no? When they are affirmative and they are saying, I don't just say he's stubborn. Understand that you are to train their will. Make them stand enough to say no. If you kill that thing, they will not be able to say no to outsiders. Jane, sit down there. Say, Mommy, no. They are curious. Why should I sit down? Explain. See, the problem in Africa begins from childhood. Because we kill curiosity. We kill the ability to explain. So we are trying to raise children like zombies. You don't question, you obey. And no society change until you question realities. You must question.
Yes, sir.
We just say these things and say, when I talk to you, you don't complain. No, they should ask questions.
Yes,
that's how we start. They are curious. They are wondering, why? Why would you just suddenly say I should have the cartoon? Children who are raised with explanation become better than those who are raised with force. And that's why when many children step out of their parent house, they know they will never come back. Because a soldier raised them. You didn't raise a friend. It is amazing how we become emotionally distant throughout their life. But when they start making money, we want to become friends. It becomes too late. It doesn't work anymore. You must understand that.